Hello, my name is Jacob Prewitt, and with me for my audience I have Jason Prewitt, Judson Prewitt, and Jonas Prewitt. And today's topic I'll be going over abortion. And I know it's a very controversial topic, but just bear with me here. So we all know how babies are born. And through the project of tech development, we've figured out a way how to get rid of babies before they're born. So statistically, about 385,000 babies are born per day, as given by World Count. And with this development that's called abortion, in between the years 2010 and 2019, about 195 babies were aborted per every 1,000 children born. And then, if we were to cross those numbers, that would give us about 1,974 babies killed per day. And per year, that would be 720,510 children killed before even born. In my opinion, that's a pretty big number of slaughter. So, over this presentation, I'll be going over the definition of abortion. I'll be going over how it affects a person that goes through abortion. And then I'll be using an age-old reference that I'm pretty sure everyone knows about. So, let's get started. To define an abortion, as given by dictionary.com, it is any of various surgical methods for terminating a pregnancy, especially during the first 6 months. To dumb that down, that means to surgically remove a child before they are born. And that just kind of hurts. So, for a reference point, today I have this pie chart, 2 of them. And so, as given on this chart, the 5% here is represented for prohibited, which means that they basically did not want to whatsoever, and they just were kind of forced to. Then the pink part, the 22%, is to save a woman's life. That's understandable, because obviously we can't have 2 people die just for the process of one. The purple, the 14%, is to preserve health. So say a disease or something and they just have to get rid of the baby. Again, understandable. And then the 25%, broad social or economic grounds. So basically media and peer pressure. But as you can tell on this grid, the biggest portion, this blue bit, 36%. On request. It's a pretty big chunk just because you don't want a child. That's pretty crazy in my opinion. Alright, so moving on to how this affects the body system. Obviously everyone knows how babies are formed. There's mass around the stomach and then the body accumulates over time, forming a small child. That small child is hooked into an umbilical cord within the stomach. This allows them to eat through what the mother is eating. Through surgery, abortion in this case, they cut off that. And if they cut it off too soon, whenever the baby's not basically ripe enough, kind of, like with a fruit, it affects the mother's digestive system in total, completely messing up the nervous system. This can cause a weakened stomach, tons of throwing up, obviously, and then you're just not able to digest food, just plain enough as day. Although, through tons of research, only 2% of these people actually suffer from any of these problems, as given by the Pew Research Center. Alright, so moving on, the age-old reference I'll be using is a couple of Bible verses. As given by Exodus 20:13, thou shalt not kill. if you don't know what this is, it's one of the big 10 commandments, big 10 rules. And for something that was built over probably a million years, maybe, I mean, that still applies. And then Psalms 139, 13 through 16. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are. Just to take something like this as to how they, back then, before even our time and all this technology has arrived, to just take that into consideration as to how they preserved life and now we just throw it away like it's garbage, that hits pretty hard. And as given by Psalms 139, 13 through 16, it basically referenced that life's a gift, and we can't really throw that away. We accept the gift. And so, moving on. To wrap this up, think about how you have a choice every day in life. We have the choice to eat, go to work, do schoolwork, or procrastinate our work, or even do something like this, a speech. Now think about the child's point of view, even though they haven't developed one. I mean, they don't have a choice as to whether they have life or death. I mean, how would you feel personally if you were just stuck there and you knew exactly what was happening and they said, oh no, we're just going to terminate it? No. So, to wrap this up, I leave you all with a question. How would you feel about having no choice, just like a newborn baby who hasn't developed even a sense of choice? So, thank you all.